got? We're on live. We live now.
Yep. My sponsors. Three Spirit, you know, I'm ambassador for them now too.
You're an ambassador?
Yeah, I got my own promo link and everything, my own promo code. That's why I needed this here, since I'm on a pod. I gotta shout them out, let them know. You can use Young Truth, get 15% off on your bottle, and then I'm gonna let you choose one of your choices, and we're gonna take a shot of whatever one. My favorite one is.
What is it? Take this down.
Oh, that right there is the train.
How many times?
I'm not sure how many times, I'll be honest with you. But
always something like that.
It look like it's stopping now.
Okay. Oh, shit. Alright. So now that we done making beats and shit.
Yeah. Y'all making beats, I'm making music.
We're doing making music and all that.
Yeah.
They didn't stop fucking with me. They came on the first viewing, saw the beats making, and they was like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? He ain't partying. Then I did it again. Black showed up.
Well, we here.
He on live now, right now, too.
We live now, so we here, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Not even hopefully, we're going to have a dope conversation. We're going to have vibes.
I'm sober-minded right now. You done caught me at the end of it. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Shout out to everybody that's not. You know what it is. Attention Horse Podcast 441. This episode is called City of Gods. It's always in Drego. Drego we trust when we pod, because that was a line I had for the remix I did to the City of Gods that he just recorded. So I wanted to get all that on footage. Also, that's kind of choppy. Hopefully that comes out good. But shout out to everybody that's checking. If not, you see me when I know you about it. Now, Young Truth.
Yo.
My brother, I know you for some time now. Long time. About a decade and a half at least.
Yeah, absolutely.
Almost 2 decades.
Yeah,
almost 2 decades.
Yeah.
And last time you was one of the first guests on my podcast.
Yeah.
Like, was it December of?
Yeah, I had a cold on, so it had to be like December
2020.
2020.
It was in the midst of the stuff.
Yeah,
that we don't talk about. Whatever they want to rename the code. It was the end of the stuff.
It was the end of that. You know,
it was
a dope experience. We got to build with the other guy.
Yeah. Akbar, peace to the God. Akbar, you know what I mean. He recently just had another son. You know what I mean? So peace to him and his family. And that's one of the reasons why I think it was a problem getting him to the pod all the time. Peace to him all the time. And I think he's doing his own I think he got I believe it's a Black Champions or something. I don't want to say wrong. He has a clothing line, and he has I think he's starting a pod now himself. I seen him with put some things online, so shout out to him. And y'all was doing y'all back and forth. I didn't really pod with you. We didn't really get into it because you kind of was stuff we was talking about, and it was like stuff about your Seymour's natural, your health care, stuff like that I got on the docket right there.
Yeah.
So we didn't really talk about you coming up and all that. So I want to start from the beginning. Where you from? Is it the Bronx? Is it Harlem? Is it both? Is it what was the upcoming and how everything spiraled to where you're going now? Because you're about to make a trip. Not a trip. You're about to move to the south. Everybody's going to the south. So you're about to move to the south. And I hit him to record this thing, and he's like, well, nigga, I'm about to leave. I said, what the fuck? You just got the little studio and shit. And you about to leave. So I said, fuck it. Let's knock 2 balls out with the same bat, and I'll get everything going. So
alright, so New York for the core,
it's
right?
crazy.
This is the core, right?
New York is bananas.
Yeah,
you
but
got me out here.
Yeah.
I was saying you're supposed to come to this too.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, come out here, man. I'm like, alright, I can't find parking for my wife.
Yeah, but we here, we made it. Alright, so I'm gonna go back. No, I'm going to Staten Island.
Oh shit, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
you basically Jersey, nigga.
Yeah, I'm going to Staten Island High School. I lived in Park Hill.
Okay.
You know, I lived in Park Hill for some time. I got a lot of family in Stapleton. Shout out to Stapleton. Shout out to Park Hill.
Okay.
I lived there for about 3 years. Moved from Park Hill to Harlem. And I went to school in Polo Ground, elementary. I lived in Sugar Hill, the Sugar Hill section.
That's when I started. Well, when I came around, I was in Sugar Hill.
That's my stomping ground. You know, historic district. You know, that's the historic area. The reason why they call it Sugar Hill is because a lot of the jazz players, Duke Ellington and etc.
It was on that sugar.
They was on there, and not only that, they called it the sweet spot.
Oh, that's where all the hits was coming.
Yeah, the sweet spot. So
oh, that must have worked good with the ladies back in the day. The
sweet
spot.
We had Frankie Lyman. You know, we got Frankie Lyman that lived in the hill. So this was a historic area. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I've been around. I've been around. So I lived there. Then moved to the Bronx once I started my family. I had children and stuff. So we moved to the Bronx. Been in the Bronx for about 4 or 5 years, and I had to bring it back home. So we in Harlem right now.
Yeah, we right down the way from where they got Alpo, nigga.
Yeah, right a block away.
Yeah, where they from there.
Right. So we back in Harlem now, and I've been here for some time, but it's time to spread my wings. And,
because last time you was in the Bronx too. The last fucking day.
When we did the pod the last time I was in the Bronx.
You was out there.
Yeah, and got my start.
And he's one of the reasons why I said, fuck it, I'm going to do a podcast, because I was on his podcast with Tron. So he's one of the reasons
and that's one of the ones that's still getting numbers up. That episode is the episode that...
Oh, my episode?
Yeah.
Shout out to my episode. Y'all named it the Flat Earth episode.
We had it. We knew that the controversy was going...
There's no controversy.
Yeah, but to the masses,
I mean...
And no matter what
you don't have to go there, but now
that topic,
I love it.
To this day,
it's right.
It's still a topic. It's gonna.
It's valid. Listen.
That conversation is gonna always be a conversation.
Well, listen. Look, I'm not gonna make it long, and we ain't gonna go there because sometimes I look for reasons to talk about it, but I don't want to throw it in people's faces and shit. And they could call me crazy, and I'm fine with that. I've been called crazy since a kid, but yeah, man, when you look into it, when you get the right evidence and not the bullshit that they put on YouTube, they put on YouTube and they put on all these other places, when you actually look at the actual facts, and that's the thing that science is not showing you. They show you, science is based, the government science that they're showing you is based off of guessing, is predictions and theories. That's all it is, predictions and theories. I think it's this, so because I think it's this and I told you it was this, if the evidence don't add up, they'll just make it add up. Like, that's all they do, and they give you a nice light show. You know what I mean? Everything is theater. Everything is theater. They show it to you on this boob tube. I have this new title I'm trying to use. It's called "We're All Suckers for the Boob Tube." So it's like we're all suckers for whatever the fuck they show us. It doesn't matter what it is. You watch the news and everybody thinks the news. Like I told on the last pod, I didn't even put everything out. Shout out to my cousin Danny. I have a clip I ain't put out yet, and the clip is I don't believe in the school shootings. Not all of them.
Not all of them.
No. And this last school shooting they trying to destroy the building. I'm like, what y'all destroying evidence for? Yeah, y'all trying to get rid of the whole school. They didn't get rid of quote unquote Sandy Hook. I don't believe. So quote unquote, I don't believe they did. I have to look into it, but it's like I don't trust. Like you don't until I see bodies. That's when I see the evidence, and they're giving you a nice light show and telling you stars in the sky and we quasars away. None of that shit is true. It's flat and level, stationary. We're not rotating around no sun. The sun rotates around us. The moon rotates around us. Everything in the sky rotates around us.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
I believe in the same.
Yeah. So it's like, and if you want to call me crazy, call me crazy. You're just gonna be late to the fucking game. It's all right. I'm already here at the door. Yeah. I'm gonna say I told you so when you get here.
Yeah. That's how I see it. Now, I want to dig too deep. I want to answer your question though.
What question?
I mean, this is like the start and everything. I want to let the people
Oh
know.
yeah. Go back to that.
Yeah, the last time I was here, when we were on the pod, I wasn't able to. You know what I'm saying? So we were so deep into our conversation. So I definitely want them to know. So they know I was born. They know where my stomach ground.
Yeah.
They know where I live. They know where I'm at now.
Okay.
And who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm more than just an artist. I do music, but I consider myself an entrepreneur. I consider myself a brand. You know, and with that, me being a brand, that falls under me doing music. That falls under me being a health coach. That falls under me. Yes, that is. That falls under me.
Fucking hell, nigga.
Being a brand ambassador. You know,
Three Spirit.
Yeah.
We're jumping ship here, but what's Three Spirit?
Right,
Social?
so Three Spirit, you know, this is the social elixir. So
well, you said I was going to get a shot of this, right?
Yeah,
I need a shot now. Nigga, the fuck I don't got no. I need some,
so here's your glass.
Okay.
Glass. Right, so this is a social elixir, you know, with bittersweet. These are made by 100% plants and herbs. The leading thing
I smoke it, I might as well drink it.
The leading thing in here is limeade, mushroom. This is to produce calmness and everything, so it gives you that little floaty.
Okay, I like that. Like my second verse on the joint.
Yeah, floaty.
Okay, all right. Ooh, okay.
So we're gonna do it like that, you know.
This is gonna hit. So we're gonna do it like a shot. This is more than a shot.
It's more than a shot.
Yeah, this is like a shot and a half.
I'm gonna do the whole half. You know what I'm saying? We could toast it up.
Okay, I'm gonna sit this through.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna toast it up.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a success.
To new
ventures.
Oh shit. I can't be looking like that.
You know what I'm saying? Go through with it, man. And thug it out. You know what I'm saying? Thug it out.
Woo, woo.
My side, that's your side.
Woo.
So that's that. So this right here.
Woo. What's that? Shit.
Yeah. So it's a little bit. You know, it's a lot of herb in it. You can taste the herb. You can taste the herb.
Yeah, herb in it.
And we do the second shot a little later.
Herb in it.
We do the second shot a little later. We do
we got a little tartness.
A little tart.
Yeah, a
you know
little tart to it. But
I do a little 2 or 3 of those, and I'm nice.
Okay.
You know
I can see where if you get this. Yeah, I can see where you being a little slow with it.
Yeah, and this is like, you know, the lavender. The lavender. Yeah, the lavender, and it's a little bit spicy.
All right, so just to jump in, because we jumping all over the place. I met this guy in 07, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Up on Sugar Hill. That's when I was heavy fucking with DJ Fatboy, Harlem DJ Fatboy. He changed his name. You need to clear his name to Harlem Slim Boy now, because he's slimmed out. He was drinking your shit and got slimmed out. You know what I mean? Shout out to DJ Fatboy or my brother all the time, Billy. You know what I mean? And I believe I remember the day he introduced me to you. This is when you had your single, or one of the singles you had, but you on the cover. I forget the name of the song, don't mind me, it's a long time. But you had a record out, and you was a younger kid, and I was like, okay. And I listened to you, and I was like, you got promise. And the one thing I always say is, no matter what he was doing, he always grinded. I seen him from afar. He was always like, nah, I'm gonna get this to work. I'm gonna get this to work. And he did that for some years. And then after that, I was in Harlem for like maybe 2 years straight, from like 07 to 09. By 09, shit was getting dangerous for me out here, so I was like, listen, I gotta go.
I remember.
It was getting crazy out here.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean, I took a step back, and that's when I took all my energy back to Jersey and was doing stuff in Jersey. But I always stay in contact with everybody I fuck with in Harlem, and he was one of them. And I believe, I just looked at a video. There's a video of you performing at not the Shrine, but it wasn't the Shrine, but it was one of those spots. Remember the spot we went to where it was my birthday and I was out there with all of y'all? Yeah. So did you perform there twice?
Yeah. So that probably was.
It was 17.
It was out in Harlem though, right?
Yeah. Right there by the Shrine. It was in that area.
Yeah. What year was it?
The video said 2017.
Oh yeah. So I probably.
You had the blue on.
Oh, I had the blue shirt on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that drink was, and I had like a snap up the hat to the back. Yeah. That was.
You was up there by yourself.
That was Harlem Nights.
Yes, it was Harlem Nights. Shout out to Harlem Nights. I remember. I don't think I performed, but I was trying to get a performance on it.
Yeah, but you was there.
Yeah. But were we there twice?
We probably was there. Yeah, we was there twice.
Because I remember this one time.
I was there one time, but then I remember Kenny Dub had a show, and we was out there with Kenny Dub.
And you performed with Kenny Dub, and that's when it was me, Harlem the Kid, Drego. All right. Because I was thinking when I
the pictures together.
Yeah, and I was remember that was my birthday.
Yeah.
That was my birthday
that
was the second time. But the first time, Drego wasn't there, right?
Drego wasn't there the first
time. All right, so I met Drego in 2018.
Yeah. You met Drego, yep.
The beginning of 2018, like the end of 2017, beginning of 2018, at the Law, which is no longer
they actually shut it down this year. Shut down. I
didn't talk to Fatboy about this. No, whatchamacall, but it just happened, and I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know what was up. So they shut it down.
Not them, but they came. Some people, rich people, came and bought the whole building. So it's not only the H store, but the church that's right by it.
Oh, they want to revamp everything.
And it's a 99-cent store. You know that. You know that. This is part of the reason why me going down south is so important, is because I'm going to be able to like get in those positions to where I'm in a better financial state. So when I hear about these things going on in my town, I can go and buy these buildings. I can do that. So this quest is more so for me getting in a better position financially. You know what I'm saying? And I truly believe it's something that I'll be able to do. You know, I want to be able to be the one that say, okay, cool. Or this is up for sale, this is up for grabs, or the people trying to, I'm going to buy that before the people do it. Then I can be able to have leverage and more control. So, that's why I'm going down south. Not only for the music and not only for, creating other opportunities in business, but more so putting myself in a better financial position where I'm able to create wealth in a way where it's not so stressful, And like you said, I've been doing this for a very long time. I've learned a lot. I've been through a lot of trials, tribulations. I've learned things. I've built with people that they were able to teach me certain things. I've always been a student. People always look at me like the person that knows a lot and has a lot of information.
No, because you have to be a great student. You have to be a great student. No teacher knows everything. You have to continuously learn. That's the problem with people when they think they know something. It's like, you have to be open-minded and a critical thinker. You can't just accept, oh, I got all that information. The information you got was from a book. The book is probably by a dead guy, and the dead guy, that's his opinion on how he sees the world at that point. You can't just go off of that's what the world is. You could take what's good out of that, add that. You got to use it as building blocks always. And that's one of the reasons why we always, I think, click, because you're a thinker and I'm a thinker. And it's not just like, yo, what we gonna do tonight? Da 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 da. We can just chop it down and shit like that. So I fuck with that, and I understand. Yeah, they buying everything in New York, and they're gonna revamp it and make it the brand new Soho all over again.
Absolutely. You see 2/5, man? We got Whole Foods.
I haven't seen Well, last time I did, you're right, because it's not 2/5 no more. It hasn't been.
42nd. That's 34th now. You know what I'm saying? You go there, you got Whole Foods. You got these Red Lobster and all types of stuff.
Back in the day, Red Lobster was like gourmet food.
Yeah, like, you had to go to 34th Street, 42nd, Times Square, those type of stuff. Now you go to 42nd.
Oh no, these white people still walking around here, no problem.
No problem with they
dogs. They walk around, the bullets go around them.
Yeah,
they go around them because if the bullets hit them, shut everything down.
It's like when they outside, ain't no violence. It's like they know when the violence about to happen. It's like, I
seen these niggas out here 2, 3 in the morning with not a care walking a dog. Not a care. And then down the block you see some crazy shit going on with us. But that's an issue.
That's how it is.
You know what I mean? That's an issue with it. But
that's why it comes down to the point where it's like, being self-sufficient and being able to be like, in a position of like you're good in wealth, like you're wealthy, so you could be able to pass that down to your children. I'm like, the things that I want to teach my children is like agriculture and stuff like that.
Well, I was thinking about what we're gonna have to do with everything that's happening, because it's not just how I think the world is shaped and all that shit. That's the biggest lie. But under that is all these other shits. Like, everybody knows the problem with how everybody feels about the last 2 years. And the problem with people is it's easier to fool them than to tell them they've been fooled. So it's like nobody wants to be, and that's what I was trying to say with my cousin Danny before, and that got kind of, as a section of that whole episode that got cut off, but we was going back and forth. Nobody wants to be wrong.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be wrong.
Yeah.
And and people don't understand, in order to find out what's going on or what's right, you have to be wrong. You have to end up being wrong. We're all wasn't here knowing everything that was going on. You gotta be wrong. You gotta have the humility to be wrong and say, "Oh, I was wrong. I didn't know that," and add on. But nobody wants to do that. They want to seem like they know what they're doing.
What does clinical trials consist of? Error. When Whenever
the world doesn't act, the world doesn't think. I'm just the general mindset of people is. This is why where I stand and where I know, not what I believe, what I know is factual. People don't. I was talking to my man not too long ago. I'm gonna have him on the pod too. People, Cruz, shout out to Cruz. People don't want to feel like they're not on the bandwagon. Yeah. They want to be right or close enough because they feel like they being embarrassed if they don't know something. Yeah. And I have no problem when people like I'll be like, oh shit, I didn't know that. I'm Batman. I added to my utility belt. And I keep on going. Yeah. But people just don't have the humility to say, you know what, I was wrong. Even like, we don't have to go into it, but even like the Amber, not Amber Rose, but the Amber Rose got the whole song that she told me about. But the, what's that, the other Amber chick, the white chick with Johnny Depp or whatever? The one that Johnny Depp was fucking with that beat him up.
Oh, I know exactly.
Yeah, whatever her name is. I forget her name, Amber, whatever the fuck. Mm-hmm. She kept lying. Like, she continuously lied, even though it's like, no, that's wrong. No, you see that? And she just kept it. She made it bigger and bigger. It's like, bro, you got caught. Just say, yo, I tried.
Just own up to it.
Yeah, I tried. I didn't get away with it. But now you're going to keep on that. Now nobody's going to believe anything you say. Yeah. Because you look, or someone like, what was it, Jussie Smollett?
I don't know who that is.
The one that said he got,
oh yeah, the one that he got beat up and all that.
Strangled. He's still saying, like, he's still going on interviews talking about, like, I didn't say nothing wrong. Like, this is what happened, and I was like, bro, you staged everything. Yeah. So people, I just think people are just so delusional, they can't accept it. If you accept what you are and who you are, and look yourself in the mirror every day, oh, fuck what the niggas say about you or what they think about you. Yeah. You worried about this is and what social media does. Social media makes everything mentalizes everything into a high school frame. Yeah. So it's like everything's high school state of mind when you're on social media. We got show off, we got stun. If somebody falls and they see it, it's a meme and everyone's laughing at it. It's high school, nigga. That's high school.
I don't even want to even entertain it. Like when I watched the verses.
Oh yeah, well, I got that up there.
When Mario was eating the watermelon, I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be a meme tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a meme.
Almost, and it actually was a meme.
And black men doing that publicly. Now listen, watermelons are beautiful. They're great. Yeah. They obtain water. That's one of the delicacies that not only black people but other people used to use in order to refresh themselves. But they, in slavery days, they made a mockery of it. So now it's downplayed. If you have a watermelon, you're brown enough. You know what I mean? It's like it's called a nigga apple and shit like that. You know what I mean? That's how they think. So it's like, bro, I understand what he was trying to do. He's eating the pussy. Yeah. No, yeah. You know what I mean?
Because on TikTok he actually went viral. Him and his brother eating the watermelon, and a lot of the females is like putting hard eyes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I guess he wanted to use that as a reference to make the show.
Oh, so he did that prior.
He had.
Oh, so he brought it to the show.
He brought it to the show. It was viral.
I didn't see the whole thing. I just know it was crazy. Motherfuckers couldn't hit notes. I don't know.
I mean, it was terrible, but I do feel like, I get it. I get both sides. I get, Mario. He's the underdog.
But it looked like he won, right?
Like he won, but he didn't win.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say is, Amarion still getting booked. He's still headlining the shows. Like he said on Instagram yesterday, he said, like, I'll see you tomorrow at the show that I'm headlining and you're opening up for.
He said that to Mario?
Yeah, he said that to Mario, yeah. So, but basically that's what's happening. So
Mario might get more fly, but I heard Mario's still been out singing, doing his thing.
He's still touring.
So he'll get everybody else get boosted. Yeah. Not the booster, he'll get boosted.
But I guess Mario took it very personal, like, yo, you can't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's the underdog, and Mario's not the quietest. Listen, Mario used to fuck with my ex-girlfriend years ago when he lived in Jersey. So I always had an issue with that nigga.
Yo, I thought he was more humble than he was. I would have preferred for him to be a little bit more humble. It started to look like bullying after a while.
Oh, Mario was on some bully shit?
Yeah, because it started to look like him, like, because
that nigga, he, from my understanding, from what I've heard and his background, he has some street etiquette in what he do, so he probably brought that, like, fuck you niggas, y'all trying to play me with this little Millennium Tour shit I ain't want to be on and all that shit. I'm like, hey, at the end of the day, you got Omarion that I don't know how good his singing was, but you got Ray J. Shout out to Ray J. Ray J, my nigga, I need a sponsor. Ray J, I need a sponsor for these Raycons, nigga.
Right.
Fuck the bullshit. Give me a sponsorship. I will promote these shits every time. I can't open it up because then the volume will go into here because I got a link. Yeah. But I fuck with Raycons, man. That's just
I got a pair of them joints too.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck if he can sing a lick. The Raycons is rocking, and he's a businessman. Yeah. And he'll make anything entertaining. Yeah. So shout out to Ray J. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. You know what I mean? Carson, California. I know where you come from, nigga. Yes, you know what I mean? But yeah, like. That's a meme, and then I heard him. He was on the Joe joint. You know, he'll flip that. He'll definitely flip that. Was that Jeremiah? Was that? I thought he had dreads. What the fuck? How he cut them shits?
I think he always kept it low. I think he had like some hair though at one point.
Nah, he was in the Power. He was in Power. He was in the Tommy Power.
Oh yeah.
He was in the White Power. Yeah. The weakest one.
But yeah, like a lot of these, singers, what I realized from that night is like they studio singers.
Yeah, they're gonna make it sound good for the studio. Yeah. Or they got the EQs and the
Yeah, but live is like they ain't really doing it. That's why.
What they been performing this whole fucking time?
Yo, I don't know, man. What I can say is this, man. Mario did an amazing job. I do feel he should have been a little bit more humbled, and I know he was trying to talk his shit, but at the same time, I'm looking at this, felt like you doing too much now, bro. Because Omarion is not giving you the same energy. He's not giving you the same energy.
Because it might pick up the sound or something. Omarion's not giving the same energy.
Yeah, he's just like, yo, you doing a good job. Salute him.
I mean, hey, somebody got to be the bad guy in the whole scheme of things and shit like that. True. You know what I mean? But
that's definitely true.
Let's also talk about your herbal health care. Let's get that more like this is a part of it. That shot it hit. I'm gonna need another shot. I don't mind it.
Yeah, we're gonna try the lavender next.
Okay, cool. He's just gonna guinea pig me for all the bullshit. So all right, we gonna do it. I'm good for that. You know, my sister used to definitely hit you up for the Seymour boss up in here. Yes, you know what I mean? She just got a house in Georgia. Shout out to my sister Relly. You know what I mean? So she chilling out there with the ants and the crickets and all the other animals and shit. And you're about to make your trip down to the big tech stone. You know what I mean? But what else? How's life been? Because in the last couple years, 2 to 3 years, you've been really on your herbal life game. You've been hustling that, promoting that, made your name in that.
Yeah. I mean, I made my name in that. Now I kind of took it to another level. So now I do like the consultations, and I've been working with people one-on-one with like certain conditions. Okay. So like I'll help people that had something that's might as acid reflux for things that's as drastic as type of diabetes.
Another thing is you help Fat Boy cut down,
and now he's actually on dialysis now, so we working to get him off that and get his kidneys back functioning the way it's supposed to. Okay. When it comes to
I see him on he's always getting the green cup,
and stuff, but it's bigger than that. A lot of people need to know, and this, we billions of cells, and people will say that you can't heal certain things. I feel like you can heal anything.
I feel like I talk to a brick wall when it comes to certain people. You know me, I try to stay away from all Western medicine if possible. I don't take anything. I'd rather take a natural supplement over all that shit if I can. The only way I want to be in the hospital if I break a limb or some shit.
Yeah,
Like that's the only way I want to be in the hospital. I don't. And then those hospitals will get you hooked on some shit. They'll give you what's that dangerous fentanyl. They'll have you on fentanyl. Yeah, they'll have you on that shit, and then you get hooked, and then you OD or some bullshit. It's like, nah, man. I stick to my green leaf. That's it. You know what I mean? And I have my Mr. Lee's herbal juice that I've been back on because you know I gained some weight back, but I'm back on my getting back in shape shit. So when I was doing that, every day I'd go to work or not go to work, I have his tonic, and I make a tea out of it and just sip that shit through the whole day. You know what I mean? Gives you more energy, boosts your morale, all that shit. You know what I mean?
It's amazing. It's amazing what herbs can do. You know what I'm saying? What plants can do. You know, God put it here for us to be able to heal ourselves and detoxify ourselves. So I've been more so on that. So you know, when I first started in the game, it was more so like, you know, me selling products and stuff like that. But then now, you know, I'm taking it to a whole nother level. And I'm working with somebody right now that, you know, they have herpes, you know, and that's my next thing. And I'm very confident in what I can do. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm gonna be able to, you know, get that out the way. You know? And what I normally do and how I know the approach that I take. You know, you got to be able to detoxify the cells. You know, you got to break them down. And how we do that is, you know, we go on an all fruit fast, a high H2O content, so fruit like grapes, watermelon.
Well, real grapes. See, that's the issue.
Seeded grapes.
Thank you.
If it don't come with
my mother
seeds,
hates
red globe seeded grapes or dark black seeded grapes is my two go-tos.
Red globe
seeded grapes.
Red globe.
Globe, like the globe.
Globe.
Yeah, but
you know globe. You know where the word globe comes? It comes from globular. That's where the word globe comes from. It comes from globular. You know what I mean? The word gravity comes from. It actually comes from weight. It's like gravitas, like weight. So that's a real word. It's weight. So they use that, flipped, and said, well, gravity holds this and that. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's mystery God shit. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
But when you said that, I was like, yeah, it comes from globular. That's where you get the word from. And if you look at a globe, I'm sorry to go back here. When you look at a globe and you look at the bottom of it, it says it's not for educational use. Yeah, it's only for decorative use. To decorate, just to show. You know what I mean? So you're not learning anything from an actual globe. Because if you try to use a globe to fly around, it's not going to be right. You have to use a map. Flat map generally. But
those are the grapes that I like, my favorite. So if I was to like help somebody, because I don't heal. I always say I don't heal anyone. I assist people in their healing. The body does it itself. If you give the body what it needs, it's going to replenish, it's going to restore, it's going to do it. You know, cut somebody in their arm, what's going to happen? Eventually, that scab is going to turn into a scab, and then you know the scab falls off, and then the
heel running back.
You know,
it's just slower than Wolverine.
It's slower than Wolverine. The process still, but there is a healing process, and it does what it needs to do. If I clean that cut out, if I give it everything it needs to give, it's going to heal. It's going to heal properly, whatever the case.
Well, look, they tell you exactly what it is. Anti-body. Against the body. But that's medicine. You take antibodies all the time. It tells you the way Western medicine is. They break shit down like it's a car, and then expect the body to just get better at that. The way they process on not healing, because they pretty much just put it. You never go to a doctor, they say, I got a cure for that. Because the money's not in the cure. It's in the comeback. It's just like a hustler. The money's in the comeback. I need you to be my custies. The patients are the custies to the doctor. They want you to continuously come back. Just like a mechanic. A mechanic will fix something and fuck up another thing or whatever. It'll be like, oh, you need this done or you need that done. They want you to come back. They don't ever want you to be healed and be great, because then they're not getting that money.
You know, see, like even like that's why the beautiful thing of what I do is like, you know, how I get paid for doing what I do. I get paid for doing what I do because people are lazy. I could give you, I could say, hey, you can make sea moss. You take Conjus crispus. That's the plant you're gonna use.
They don't want to do it.
They don't want to do it. So
but they rather pay you. But see, all right. So
that's the difference between me and Western medicine. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is true because the reason why everybody has a mind state they do. Like when I tell you, when I say, oh, Earth is flat to somebody, they're gonna be like, how are you? You don't look like you don't have credentials. How are you telling me some shit? Okay, I'm gonna lead you to some doors, right? Now you gotta open them up. Don't believe me. Don't just say take my word. Research it. They don't want to research it. When they talk, they want all the answers right then and there. Are the doctors giving you all those answers? No, they might give you an answer that you're satisfied with, but they're not giving you all the answers. People are so lazy in what this technology did because people think the technology people discard old technology or technology that the ancient people started, which is way more above our heads.
Way more advanced.
See, they think technology is metal and steel shit that moves around. It's like, oh, that's technology. No, nigga, they just made a nice shiny toy for you to fuck around with. So now you don't have to go make nothing to eat. You could call Uber Eats. You have someone go get your food, and then when you get Uber Eats, the shit ain't the way you wanted it. Why? You didn't make it your fucking self. You didn't go get it yourself. So now who gives a fuck? But the convenience. People just want convenience. They don't care about doing the work. They just want it to be convenient to them. And so that's why he's the plug when it comes to the health.
Like
I need another shot.
Yeah, so we're gonna do the lavender.
Let's liven it up with the lavender.
Your side.
All right, there we go. I just shot down some brown. Let's see what we're going around.
This right here. I'm gonna take my little part.
This is green. Oh.
So this right here is a little bit more spicy, got like a spice type of vibe. Okay. But you try it out. I'm gonna put half like before. Okay. But it's a little bit lighter. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ. I gotta drive home. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's a nice little shot. Right.
So
let's see, I'll get all that in here.
Yeah.
Let's get all that in here.
The lavender.
Is this shit breaking down? Does it look choppy? Please don't be choppy.
The lavender. You know what I'm saying? The lavender.
Okay.
Right here. Shout out to 3 Spirit.
Shout out to 3 Spirit.
If you want a bottle of this, you can click the link in my bio on my page. I'm pretty sure he's gonna tag my page, and you can use Young Truth the exact way it's spelled and get 15% off on your bottle. All right, I'm gonna go straight back. I'm gonna try to. Felt that spice, right? Tastes like the little cayenne and all that other stuff. Right?
It feels like I just downed some fucking red hot.
Red hot.
Fuck.
So they got like a little cayenne in it. Hold on, let me see some of the ingredients. So we got.
What the fuck?
We got beet sugar, watermelon concentrate, pomegranates, and
pomegranate.
Yeah. Then we got some guava leaf.
Guava leaf.
We got ginseng in here.
Okay, yeah, that's for that.
We got natural caffeine. We got apple cider vinegar, black carrot.
See, you going all the way to fucking Texas now.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Now I gotta take a flight to Texas and shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's 2.5 hours. You good?
I mean, yeah, that ain't that bad at all.
2.5 hours in the air. 2.5 hours in the air.
I mean, I did that already. You know what I mean? It's nothing for that. But I'm just saying, man. You just right here now. He's just like, I'm out, nigga.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be back. I'm back here in August. The thing about it is I'm gonna be in New York so much, people probably gonna be like, damn, you nigga, do you?
I don't know. I mean, if you're moving like that, you might be, but
yeah. But I got the freedom of time down there. I got a lot of resources. The stuff that I'm gonna be doing down there, it'll allow me to not be hustling and bustling like I was in New York. Like you was known.
Okay, yeah, and that's what New York will get you to do.
Yeah. So that's part of the reason why I'm going down there, because I need the alleviation. I need to be able to have the time to think, the time to organize, time to plan, and I got some partners down there. I'm opening a juice bar down there, You know, so it's a lot of things that I got going on.
Truth juice.
Yes,
Truth juice.
You know what I'm saying?
See, I'll be giving you so many ideas.
So many ideas. I'm telling you, I'll be using
the
all
truth booth, the truth juice. Come on, man. You can't go wrong with this shit.
Yo, it's gonna be amazing. Then you'll be able to come down there and come down there and visit, see the establishment.
The truth juice bar. Fuck out of here. I like it already. Yeah. You know what I mean? I like the thing already. Man.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. And I'm just so excited. You know, like I study myself all the time to see how far I've came. You know, just from being an artist and now being a brand.
Those records that you were playing too.
Yeah,
I fuck with the sound, everything.
Look at that. That's produced entirely by.
He recorded some of the songs. I'm before we get off, play a couple of them, like two more, and they say shout out to Dan. I gotta holler at Dan for my little City of God Part 3 that I just did here. You know what I mean? But yeah, that shit was knocking. That shit was knocking.
It just feels good, and a lot of times people never know. Like you heard the vocals, nothing gets picked up. So Dan, shout out to Dan, that's my brother. He the one that actually set me up. The presets and all that. He did all that shit for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm able to record. I can record. Even when I'm down south, I can record in the backyard, outside, and you still won't hear nothing in the vocal. That's how he did the presets for me.
Okay.
So it's pretty dope. But I did 50% of the project. The name of the project is called Straight Truth. The name of the producers is Straight Bangers. So
okay, that's a nice little play on the words.
Play on the words. They Straight Bangers.
Yo, Jay, my nigga Jay.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Listen, Jay loves you.
Yeah.
Any beat he makes, you'll get first picking.
You'll
get first picking.
Yeah.
I said, Jay, man, throw me a track. But I understand.
Wait, hit you with the I got you?
No. I got one or two of his beats before. Songs are hot, but none ever moved from that. And I understand that. No. I understand that. But every time I talk to this nigga, I tell him the same shit. He don't believe that I could do what you could do. But you came under me what I could do.
I seen it. I know what you could do. And the thing, everybody always say the same thing. You're not the only one.
Everybody, man.
Everybody always be like this. Yo, Truth.
Man.
What's good with Jay? Every time.
Nah, man. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna tag him in this clip. Jay.
Yeah.
This clip is just for your ass, motherfucker. Just for you. Come on, man.
Right. Yo, hook my boy up.
No. See, because if you gotta give the cosign,
look, you know, if I'm giving my boy the cosign, if you know it's me, Jay, then you know.
I ain't gonna wait. Listen, I think he thinks I'm gonna waste his shit, and I'm not gonna waste his shit.
But Jay is like that. He be like, man, I want to make sure that.
I understand that.
And the person's going to look.
I understand that. No. Don't take. He knows what I could do. I've done it already. You know what I mean? Dojo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dojo. Everybody still loves Dojo. Yes. I never did nothing outside of a video to it. I still gotta talk to what's my man that did the videos for you guys?
It's like Zeke.
Yeah. But he moves so much. I always see him moving around. It's hard. You know what I mean? But he's still out here in New York, right?
New York. Yeah. He's still out here. He actually is back in Harlem. He moved to the Bronx at one point, and now he's back in the Bronx. Back in Harlem.
Yeah, so. And he's still on the same time limit or went up?
Not at the same time limit. The same number.
Oh, okay. I could work with him and shit like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. And everything I do now is content based. So even if I'm not doing like a straight up video, I will use the music for the pod or for something else I'm doing. So I always incorporate my music in everything else I'm doing. Shout out to We Out Travel Group. Shout out to my brother Rudy's birthday just passed. That nigga is like in Tulum or some shit, Mexico. The niggas is doing a extra season of fucking We Out. Is like they out running them up. You know what I mean? They out there doing what they doing. So shout out to him. They got their next official trip in September where they're going to Dubai. Now I already told them I'm not rolling to Dubai only because just because for me I don't like certain restriction things that I hear about it, and that does for me. I think the girls are gonna love it. I think It's gonna be princes out there. Nigga, do what y'all gonna do. That shit gonna be wild. Episode 1 of season 3 is out right now for We Out. You know what I mean? I'm in that, so I'm in season 3. So they just put out the first episode. Second episode is coming soon. You know what I mean? I'll be in the cut somewhere doing what I'm doing, but that was the DR trip. Shout out to everybody who went on that DR trip. It was great. You could have left me there and I would have got a job and would have been fine. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Shout out to them. But, like basically, like I was saying, back to Jay. Jay! Nah, I'm fucking with Jay for serious, man. Like, just let me listen to some shit. That's it. Listen, if I come up with an idea, sometimes I come up with ideas I'm not even going to use. Like, I'll be like, all right, I could just make a hook out of this. Yeah. You could use it for something else. Like, I'll be really in my hook zone and shit like that. Like, the shit I did, how many bars? That wasn't bar heavy. I just added some spice to the Alicia Keys shit. That's all I wanted to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? Short to the point.
Yeah, and it served its purpose.
Yeah, I did. You know what I mean? I stayed into the medium of what I stayed between the lines and all that good shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? But also, let me ask you too, because we on a roll with shit. Crime in the city.
Oh yeah, talk about it. Talk about it.
I mean, it's really like the '80s on steroids.
Oh, absolutely.
The way I haven't been out here much, and I've stayed. You know me, I'm in and out, bang, bang, bang. I don't try to just be randomly somewhere. Yeah. But Jesus Christ, if this shit don't, especially, well, I don't know about Harlem. Harlem might be super crazy too.
Yeah, it's going down in Harlem. There's been a lot going on. I mean, just last week, 135th and 5th, 9 people shot, 1 died.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And now, see, all these get-togethers and all these things and like the school shooting stuff is just now everything's a mass shooting too. Like if you go on the news, there's no single something. If more than one person got shot, they're calling it a mass shooting now. And then they also had this thing with the gun. I heard something of somebody trying to fight to be able to have
concealed carry. They actually I think they're about to pass that now. Like soon as in New York.
Because you walking with it showing.
You gotta show. You gotta.
This is the thing about New York. This is the reason why New York never had that shit going on. It's not because we know in the South you could do that. The difference between New York City and say somewhere like PA, because right, PA is different, right? You could walk around. They sell replicas and all that shit out there. The difference between New York and PA and New York in the South is there's space in between everything. A lot of space. Yeah. Y'all niggas is on top of each other. And that's the reason why crime goes up, especially in the summertime, because y'all are aggravated. And now I got my joint on me. Fuck this nigga. Yeah. Bang, bang. I mean, y'all don't even care about the cameras no more.
Yeah. I think the reason why they're trying to pass that more so now is because of they feel like there's going to be crime will cease because now people are more
respect
to respect and protect myself now, opposed to like people becoming victims and.
I get that the whole thing about if you walk, like in the South, he might have someone, you might have so if it's gonna go down, it's gotta be worth it.
Yeah.
Niggas in New York don't care about
shit. Yeah. Oh, you got what up then? You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. So what up then? Like who got the? It's a dick measuring contest, pause. But it's a dick measuring contest, and who got the bigger one? That's who's gonna show out. So. That's basically it. I mean, hey man.
That's what they believe, and you both know that it may not go well. I mean, but then it can be different.
It's y'all on top. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be worse because y'all are on top of each other. Y'all, if y'all was spaced out, it would be different.
But like, put yourself in that position. Like, if you had something on you, right, and like you got right now, right?
I ain't fucking with your niggas. Listen, I don't got a joint on me,
but look at that though.
Yeah.
If I was a person that was a bully, right? If I was a bully, right? And I said, I'm gonna rob this person today. I'm gonna do something to him. Like,
and then I keep my hand in my pocket.
And you pull it down. I'm more likely to be like, you know what? Alright,
because you thought I was slipping.
I thought I had the upper hand. I thought you were slipping.
But what if? Oh, I thought you was slipping because now I just brought a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah.
Because listen, I'm not the gun guy. I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But
that's why I'm saying.
I was raised on this shit.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Now, it's a difference if that knife was actually some shit that you was concealing and showing. I might not want to fuck with you.
I need the Crocodile Dundee joint.
Yeah, I might not want to fuck with you. I might be like, oh, he not the one. You know, I'm going to be fishing for the people that I know is not concealing or carrying.
It's ego. Ego is the death of most shit. Yeah. Ego is the reason why most of this shit happens. It's men's ego. Yeah. And if he feel, especially if there's other people around, you know what I mean? You ever watch The Godfather? Not The Godfather. You ever watch The Goodfellas?
Yeah, of course.
You know the scene where they're playing cards, and Pesci is like, yo, where's my drink? And the guy's like, oh, I didn't know you wanted my drink. Yeah, and then he got mad and said, oh, you're not fast enough, and he shot at the floor and shot him in the foot, right? Boom. The next scene is they go back later, and the kid is serving them, the kid from Sopranos and all that, kid serving them, and Pesci's saying some slick shit to him again. So now he got shot in the foot. He's like, yo, go fuck yourself. He said, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself is suck my dick in urban language, right? So he said, go fuck yourself. So then they say, oh, and they give him applause. Yo, you got some balls on him. That's right, don't take no shit. In the same breath, Robert De Niro says that to the kid and says to oh, you gonna let him do that to you? You gonna let him get away with that shit? Now, he didn't want him to kill the nigga, but because his ego involved and his people involved, I'm gonna shoot this nigga. That's all ego. That's what we have here. And it's not just in New York, it's everywhere. It just depends on where you at with it. If you can't let that go and just be like, yo, I got family, I got this, I got bigger things to deal with than being in a high school fight. Because this is all high school bullshit.
So it is, high school.
Yeah. And then, you know, kids and fathers are getting killed left and right. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, I didn't mean to go on a tangent like that, but
but it needed to be said. You know, and it's great that you mentioned ego, because a lot of people, you know, they fall victim to their ego, and that's what put them in positions. Like, not even so with like what you explained with the movie, but sometimes people they put themselves in jail because of their ego. Because now,
most of the time,
like, oh, I'm gonna kill this nigga now because he did
There's
this.
two people that if I ever were to see, that might pop up, and I just try not to be around that because shit. But at the end of the day, shit I allowed to happen. So at the end of the day, it's not what the person did to you, it's what you allowed them to do to you. Because you could have handled that situation differently at that time. So now what happens is somebody got over on you, now you holding that. And when you see them, it's like, what the fuck? But really, it's like you got to take that L and say, listen, I fucked up. I got to pay this, or I got to deal with this.
Accountability.
Yeah, accountability. But people don't think of accountability. They just want that quick.
I always ask myself, like, yo, what did this situation ask of me? And that's just me just saying, before I go and point a finger, or before I go to blame anybody for anything, I'm gonna ask myself, what can I have done better? And what is this situation asking of me? Most of the time when I ask myself these questions, I solve my own issues without having to resort to no violence, without having to, be, arrogant or whatever the case. I check myself at the door, and it's most of the time that solves most of the problems.
You have to, but a lot. You know what it is too? A lot of people wasn't raised to think like that.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people wasn't even raised to actually use their brain and think. They just raised to repeat. I call it like rinse, repeat. You obtain information wherever it's from, and you repeat it on, and you memorize and you regurgitate on command. That's always there, and we think that's what it is. We're not taught to actually use your brain to actually think of shit. We just go with whatever the orders are, and that's what it is. So when you actually have that time to think, you might take it, and your emotions are all entangled. So you might take it to a whole new level with that. But like, we started with the city and crime, and I know it's crazy out here. What is that? Little TJ?
Little TJ.
He's from the Bronx. He's from Bridge, what is it?
Bridge, probably.
I think he's from that area, or he's connected to them niggas.
Definitely connected to them.
Yeah. High Bridge is right
But I know he's been living in your city for the past 3 to 4 years.
You mean Jersey,
Yeah,
my city?
Yeah,
Listen, he
it.
lived in. Who's that?
Oh, that's just what's in charge.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Make sure it's charged up, bars up. You got shit bouncing with sounds and shit. So yeah, like I was saying, he was in the nice part of well, they all nice part of Jersey mostly, but he's in Edgewater, right across the bridge. He in Edgewater, right across the bridge. That's where most people that got a lot of bread. Most people that got a lot of bread from New York, they moved there because it's right there. It's right by the bridge. You come right over. You can have the Hudson River as like your little viewpoint and shit. So a lot of people lived there before. Do a crime in that area? Shit. What? Them niggas not gonna play with that nigga that did that. Yeah. It's over for him. Yeah. Over. He had the joint, 1 count, or how many counts? Attempted murder, robbery. He's getting done. Bergen County don't play those games over there.
And then you better hope it's an attempt. He's been in the coma for the past.
I thought they said he was stable now.
Or they mentioned that today?
I think he's stable. I don't know.
I know the last time I checked before.
Yeah.
The last time I checked, he wasn't stable.
And they clipped another dude that was with him, right?
They had him in a coma, and I think the other dude that was with him.
But he all right.
Yeah, Lil T, they got shot 7 times, torso and chest. Upper torso and chest.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Dogs, did he have a joint on him? His man's had a joint on him, from what I understand.
I'm not really sure. I just hope that's good, man.
7 times in your, like all of this? Nah.
Yeah, all in this part, all in here. You know what I'm saying? So.
Nah, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
These niggas, that's the type of energy everybody's on now. Like, they don't give a fuck. And you would think cameras, first of all, everybody's on their phone telling on each other anyway. You telling where you at, where this, that. And then cameras is everywhere.
Yeah.
You're going to go to the city, they going to follow all those cameras to where you went. Like,
yeah. I seen a video on Don Diva's Instagram. A youngin saw his op walking past, and he shoots at his op. Remind you, this is the front of a precinct. So in the video, all you see is like police vans, and
he don't give a fuck. This is in the city?
It's in the Bronx.
Oh, yeah, Bronx niggas. Yo, I'm from the Bronx. The Bronx niggas. Bronx niggas didn't give a fuck back in the day. They never really gave a fuck to. Like I keep telling people, when that shit happened to that young boy Junior. Sad to say, that could be a regular day in the Bronx.
Yeah,
I've heard shit, bodies getting tossed over the river. I've heard crazy shit out there. So these niggas these young bulls, they don't care about anything. They're at that point, and we're at that point. And then the gas is going up, prices of food is going up. Yeah. I heard that the used cars, a used car, like I got a 08. A 08, something like that, a Honda joint, the used cars are going for something the same price as a new car. $29,000 for a used car. And a new car is only $32,000. So you might as well get the new car. But that's the hustle. They're going to say, well, fuck it. It makes no sense in buying that much, spending that much money for a used car when you get a brand new car for $5,000 more. So, it's all a game, man. That's why the object of the game is to learn how to farm and find and buy some land. That's where my mind is going now. Like,
you see where I'm going.
Nah, I get what you're doing, but you gotta, you know what I mean? Yep. And then, out there, them boys is not playing either.
Yeah, they're not.
And them good old boys is definitely not playing.
I know. And that's why I gotta be able to.
Nah, I know. Yeah, no. When you go down there, the first thing you gotta do is get yourself a nice little hip protector.
I gotta do all.
You gotta get a nice little hip. You know what I mean? Get a hula hoop on the side.
When he was that, for the most part, my intention is to be like how you move out here. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm just trying to go get
point A to point B. Point A to point B.
I'm not really trying to be out there just chilling with anybody and stuff like that.
Yeah. So. Roe versus Wade. What's your thoughts on this?
Oh yeah, that right
there.
there.
See, everything's interchangeable.
Yeah.
See how we, all right, I know I keep bringing it back, because I could talk to him about what I like to talk about flat earth shit, and he won't look at me crazy about it.
Yeah.
But everything, it's all under this shit. It's like,
Yep.
I got on there a great reset. Now, what I've been learning lately is how they reset certain things in history.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things in the 1800s that happened in the 1800s that a lot of people don't know about. There's a lot of buildings and structures that were built years ago that they try to get rid of and build over, right? Also, energy. How they used to harness energy back in the day is wild. It had nothing to do with just electricity. The place we live in is a Toretto, I can't say it right, you know I'm slipping with, a tortoise field. That's where you get the whole tortoise holding the earth shit from. It's like a tortoise field where we're in the middle of it, right? So we have the firmament above, and we have as far as we could go below. We can't penetrate either. So we're in the middle, and this is like an energy bubble. It's like a bubble of water, right? Because water is above us and water is below us. And the water and the air that we breathe, even the air we breathe in, is oxygenated water. It's like clouds are basically like hookah clouds. If you thought God blew a hookah, it would come out like a fucking cloud, right? So these are all water vapors. This is all water. That's what we built out. And it's electrical, and the only thing that matters here is electricity and magnetism. They're brother and sister, right? That's what we're made of. That's how everything's controlled. So they used to have cities that were called star cities, and from above, it's so much shit I can show you. From above, the whole city would look like a star.
Wow.
And in the middle of it would be like a cathedral type building. Mm-hmm. And if you ever look at like these old cathedral buildings, they basically would have the top of them would have like this bell shaped thing that would harness electricity from the air. And that's how they used to use energy, because we could use energy with wind, with air, and water. But you could drive cars on water. Remember that guy that supposedly got killed in the thing? He supposedly was working on the car that runs on water, right? And Tesla, actually the first cars that was ever made was electrical cars. Back in the day. The only reason why you use petrified oil or whatever the fuck is because the Rockefellers cornered the market and said, fuck that, we want all the cars running on oil, because that's how they get the profit. That's the only reason why we use it on fucking oil. And then they lie to you and tell you, oh, the oil is fossil fuels from dinosaurs that were never mentioned in the Bible or any Egyptian history ever in life, but yeah, they were there. Whatever the fuck, Jurassic Park. That's a whole
but back on what you were saying, that's that whole the court ruling women not being able to have.
We went a whole nother way. My bad.
Yeah. Right, but with that you gotta like I always go back to the why. Right.
Why the lie, baby? Why the lie?
Why, right? Why don't you want women to have abortions, right?
They don't want white women to have abortions.
That's the why.
And white, you never picked up on this.
80% of abortions is from white people.
Yo, you never hear, this is another thing, you never hear if a white man got married or didn't get married, but had a kid with this woman. Now they're not together. He's with another woman. They never call him the baby daddy. He's never considered a baby daddy. She's never considered a baby mother. Just what they're called. They're just not like that. They're not. But black people, we kind of put that on ourselves when we made that terminology and shit like that. They're not considered that. And in their communities, they have fertile. What is it called? They have like fertile stations. They all. If you ever you never seen like a movie or a show and they're at like a council. They're at like this doctor, and the doctor's like, oh, we're trying to have a kid, and we can't have a kid. That's like fertilization that helps them make a kid. You don't hear that shit in the black community. You know what I mean? Black community, Planned Parenthood, get rid of the baby. Get rid of the baby in our community. And their community is have the baby.
Yeah, and like, that's because, you know what I'm saying, they want this race to be the dominant race, the more superior.
They have the recessive seed and they'll be dominant.
Yeah,
but the only reason why they're dominant is because we lost our spark. And like I said on the other part, I was like, we want to be white. It don't matter how much you joke on them or not. And white is a social structure, just like black is. We're not black. I'm brown. You're brown seed, right? Now there are Africans or other people that are darker and would be considered so black they're blue and shit like that. That is one, but we're not that. We're brown. They aren't white. They're without pigment. They might be peachish, translucent, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They're not white, but white is a social structure. A fucking Asian person could be considered white depending on how they move. An Indian man could be considered white depending on how he moves and how his shit is structured. These are browner people. These are people that have more pigmentation and more melanin in their system. Yeah. But it's the structure of, oh, I'm white. I got this shield over me. Nothing happened to me. Yeah. You got Italians that have dark Italians that considered white. For real. You know what I mean? Irish people, white. This is a social structure to put that was made up, so you could be unblemished by everything else around you. But everybody knows the world is full of more brown people than white people.
Exactly, yeah. And that's why they don't want their people to get these abortions, because they want the earth to be covered more with this particular group of individuals. You know, but you know the thing about black women, love black women, they always make white women issues their issues. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean white women?
They always make white women's issues their issues.
Because they want to be white. Look, you see that? It was like a meme where it has a black woman with blonde hair, and they got a white woman with cornrows, and they saying, why are you taking my da-da-da-da, but you don't notice the black woman with blonde hair. Now they'll say, well, there are some black women with blonde hair. They are here and there. But historically, y'all never had blonde hair like that. That's recessive shit. Green eyes, blue eyes, that's recessive. That's because they were in caves and they didn't have light. You know what I mean? That's why they were in darkness most of the time. This is shit I learned when I was fucking 15 years old. So it's like, we want to be them socially and sometimes even physically. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we only doing the surgeries because they was doing the shit first. Okay, we almost done. We almost done, bro. We about to knock it out. I don't want to hold nothing up. Been here for 5,000 hours already, and hopefully everything jump in. All right. You can't be showing on your phone, man.
I'm about to be right now.
Come on, man. Look at that. Loving you is easy 'cause you're beautiful. Do.
Let's do the nightcap joint.
What's the nightcap? The last one?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to talk about the last two things I got on the docket. Like, family, music, Drego.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright.
Alright, make sure everything is out of here.
Alright, so we're doing this on the last shot.
Yeah, the last shot.
Last shot, let's go.
This is called the nightcap. This is the joint that's supposed to have you, you know, when you get off work, you just need something to just wind down.
Nightcap sounds like you're trying to get into the mood.
Yeah, get into the mood, just relax yourself and do half, like you did last time.
Oh, this is not as brown.
Not as brown.
This looks like the same water I used to drink when I was in the Bronx. This is what it look like. It look like nice, potent Bronx water right there.
And I could sense your energy. You're probably feeling this chill. It's not a drunk. It's just like a, you know what I'm saying? So nightcap, 3 spirit. You know what I'm saying?
So I had 3 of the 3 spirits.
3 of the 3 spirits.
Let's go.
Straight down.
That is spicy. The last one.
But it got
the last one was
super spicy, right?
Ooh.
Got you.
Yeah.
Alright.
Family.
Yeah. So you know, my father 3. You know, we got Jordan, which is the oldest. I'm about to have a 13-year-old. We have Honesty. She's turning 12 in July.
Damn.
Then we have.
Well, your son is how old?
He's 12. He'll be 13 in January.
So Honesty is your first kid?
No, Jordan is my first. Honesty is my second.
So Honesty is going to be how much?
She's turning 12 in July.
Oh, so they right behind each other.
They
a year and a half behind?
18 months apart.
Oh, okay.
A year and some change.
Yeah, he was like, let me deuce it up.
Yeah, some change. And then Faith, that's the baby. She'll be 4 in August.
Okay.
You know, so.
Damn, that's 4 years.
Yeah, August 13, 4 years. Remember she was born.
Yeah.
Yeah, so father 3, the children are doing amazing. You know, they moving up in grades, of course. My son is, going to middle school. This coming school year. Honesty, she's going to middle school as well. Okay. Matter of fact, my son he's already in middle school. It's about to be his last year.
Okay.
Of being in middle school, then he'll be in high school.
All right, that's good.
And then Honesty is going.
And you're cool with everybody involved.
Yeah, cool with everybody involved. Everybody always wonder, like, you got 3 different moms for your children. How you so cool with them? I don't have no baby mama drama. They all cool. You know, I got this vision where when I set up down south, I want to.
You gotta have them come down here.
bring your husbands, bring the kids that you
have.
Just come. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm very big on just restoring. Order, restoring that bloodline. You know what I'm saying? I want my bloodline to be rich. I'm not talking about riches and money. It's the mindset, the knowledge, the everything.
Rich and family, yes.
You know what I'm saying? And family.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And love and loyalty
and how's your mom doing?
My mom is doing amazing too. She works like crazy. She got 2 jobs and I don't like it. You can tell on her face how she's tired. I told her earlier. You see that?
Yeah.
You see her tiredness, but it's the city of New York and that hustle and bustle and that hamster on the wheel mentality that kind of puts people in a space where it catches up to you, and I see it catching up to my mom.
All right.
For the most part, I know when I go down there and I'll be able to hit her up 6 months, in mind, leave that one job.
Yeah, do what you gotta
do. But the family is in good order. You know what I'm saying? They are in good health. My brothers is in good health. I seen Zay today. He drove me home from the studio.
Oh, okay.
Zay is doing well. He's working. He's out of the way, out of the streets. He has his girl's about to give birth to my 3rd nephew.
Okay.
Well, I got 5 nephews in total. That's gonna include his new baby, but he has 3 kids.
Okay.
No, his 3rd kid is on the way. Flame's got 2.
Okay.
And he's having a boy, so I'll have 5 nephews in total.
Oh, God.
I'm the one that produced the female.
The female guy.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody else, like even my mom, she had 4 boys.
That's right.
But the family is
with Flames, of course.
Flames still doing music, but for the most part, just doing the family thing. He has his lady, he has his children.
Did he just take a trip?
Yeah, he took a trip. His birthday just passed, June 20th. Shout out to Flames. That's the twin. You know what I'm saying? And he just went to Orlando, Florida, for his birthday.
Okay.
And and brought the family out there. And everything is going good. He'll be proposing to his lady soon and stuff. So he want to marry her.
Okay. Well, she knows, obviously.
And she knows.
All right. So
they talk marriage and all that. So. But she don't know his dates and all that.
Okay.
But she knows the marriage is coming, and
she set up for it.
She set up for it. She don't know when it's coming. I know when it's coming. I seen everything.
Okay. But also, brother, status Breeze. How's Breeze doing?
Breeze doing amazing. He's actually another dude that's gonna get out of New York soon.
I can see that because he's been moving around a lot.
Yeah, moving around.
And it's like, what's here? What's left here? I think yeah. Go ahead. So
he's about to move to Arizona, but he got family out there, so he's always going back and forth.
Okay.
To AZ.
Okay.
You know, but he came to the conclusion like, you know, I'm gonna get out of here. And you say like, you know, you gotta spread your wings. And I think sometimes it's about aligning yourself with other opportunities. Just by your dollar
go by where the dollars at, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be around. You gotta be around. Not even the dollars. You gotta be around the people that have that mind state to go get it, and you will go get it also. You gotta be in that. You gotta be in that mind state.
He's doing great, you know. A lot of things that you know, you've been around, so a lot of things with us having been, you know, as fun as it used to be after, you know, Dre, you know. So that you know, that was a huge loss.
Yeah.
Huge loss for us.
4 years now?
Yeah, it was 2019.
Is it 3 years or 4 years now?
It's 3 now.
It's 3 now. Just made 3.
Just made 3. You know what I'm saying? And that's been a huge loss for us.
Like I was saying before, I only knew him like a year and a half before he passed.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I thought I knew him longer than that.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy. So we going Dre.
Yeah.
And
talented, you know. We got some more music and stuff coming.
You got some hidden stuff that Dan
Dan
had in the
know,
pocket.
You know, I got all Dre masters, you know. So.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I've been like thinking of something to make a hook or something that you could put them on or something like that.
Yeah. What I would tell you is, anything that you do, like you could record the hooks, you could do whatever, and I could always take that and then, you know, have it, and then me and Dan are always, because me and Dan, we always work together when it comes to Drego stuff.
No, I feel you.
So we sit
y'all
down,
are kind of the ambassadors of the music that he's done there. So
everything, you know what I'm saying? So we sit down and we be like, oh, we can use this verse to take this, but that's how we normally work. You know what I'm saying? We got all his music. We got the masters for everything. You know what I'm saying? So I got.
Have you talked to his
pops mainly, but not his mom more so.
Okay.
You know, his mom, she's very like much still
sensitive in the situation.
Yeah,
I understand that.
To this day, you know. She can't even see us.
So they remind, so she just want to act like it's not there.
You know what I'm saying?
I always thought like, this is just me, and I don't know, but I always thought like, what would keep them in the area now? Because a lot of things might remind them of that situation.
Yeah, I mean they actually about to get out of there too.
I would think so.
Yeah, they moving out of Harlem. They trying to figure out exactly where they want to locate to or relocate to. But they moving to us. Every time I speak to Shabar, he tell me, yo, we gonna get out of here. But I believe it's after the trial and everything with court.
Oh, that's
the only thing that's keeping them here.
Okay. Now, when's the time limit on that?
You never know. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I believe trial started. I just don't know how long it's going.
Oh, it already started.
Yeah. Before they were just going back and forth to court and trying to prepare for trial and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know how it is. Their side is not ready.
Whose side?
You know, the person that's the killer side. They not ready yet. You know what I'm saying? You know how it goes. So
whatever.
Yeah, it's just a whole lot of stuff. It's been a very long time, but I know as soon as that ends, they going to, you know, leave. They're going to leave, but they want to make sure all that stuff
is the question, just my curiosity, is the lady in between the situation, is she going to be involved in that process?
She's actually been participating.
Okay.
With, you know, Drego's family and everything.
Okay.
She's been participating, doing what she's supposed to do, which is a good thing, you know. Of course, the other lady that got shot as well. You know what I'm saying?
She's working with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like they working, and I'm just trying to figure out or wait to hear more about, like, you know, the outcome of everything. I haven't been going to any of the court dates. You know, I went to a couple. You know, and then after that I just stopped really going, like, because, you know, the being in the court is like
the process.
It's a process. So when I go, it's more so like 5 minutes. And it's never really long.
Oh, okay.
You know, when I went, it wasn't really too long, and you know, Dre Pops was more so like I let you know when it's time to come. Like, when
I got you. When the show out.
When it really gets to that point, when it's going.
Shout out to his pop. Shout out to his moms.
Yeah.
All respect to them.
Mama Nikwa.
Yeah.
You know, I love them like they my parents. You know what I'm saying? My mom.
Yeah.
Cried when she heard the news. Like
I believe that.
That was
Dre was.
Yeah.
I never met somebody that for that short period of time that I was cool with, clicked with. Just was himself.
Energy is impeccable.
He wasn't on his bullshit. He wanted all his people to shine. Yeah. And he was one of the nastiest motherfuckers. Like when I heard him, I said, what I tell you? I heard him say, he good. He don't need EO.
He don't need anything. That's why it was kind of like, you know, when we met, I was like, what? Because he walked right up to me like this is how like ordained, you know what I'm saying, it was for us to be like this.
Keep talking.
You know, we both worked at the same job, and I was the what they call it, the point person at my job. So this is no real position. You know? So like when your manager ain't on site, so you the one that is gonna direct,
what you gonna do,
say where to go to and stuff like that. So I was like the point person, and I believe that my supervisor wasn't there that day, and this was Dre's first day there. He actually worked for the company before, but they transferred him to our site. And I'm over here doing my thing and everything like that, and he walked right up to me. He's like, "Are you a manager or something?" I'm like, nah, I'm a peacemaker just like you. He's like, yo, you look like you could be a manager or something. I'm like, nah, I'm not the manager and all that. But yo, what's your name? And he was like, yo, my name is Dre. I gave him my regular name. We introduced each other as like regular. It wasn't Drego.
It wasn't I'm the rapper. You're the rapper.
Yeah, I'm the rapper. Was more so like that. And then we chopped it up, and it was cool energy. Like, you know, it's like he just walked right up to me. And then around that time, like a week from that date, I was having a show at Webster Hall.
Okay.
So I would, you know, what I normally do is I sell a physical tickets.
You get people on it.
Yeah, like right at the job, I'm selling shit to coworkers and shit like that. And I'm selling him the ticket. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do the show, whatever the case may be. And I sell him the ticket. He like, oh, I bet, yo, I'm gonna pull up. Like, yo, you know I do music too. So I'm like, do? No, he didn't say I do music too. He said I used to do music.
Oh, okay. That always be the niggas that's nice. Like, I did it real quick.
I got a couple videos on YouTube. So I said, you used to do music. I'm like, how old are you? He told me his age. I think at that time he probably was like 18, 19. You know, and I'm like.
So you were almost 10 years straight.
Yeah,
that's about.
I knew Drego for some time, like he was 21. Even Breeze, the same thing. I knew Breeze before he was 21. You know what I'm saying? So like 2012. You know what I'm saying? 2011.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
So when I met them, so I'm like, yo, I'm gonna check this shit out, whatever the case. So I went, I checked it out. He had a drink called NYC Mix. He had a song that I love to this day. It's called No Way to Go.
Okay.
The videos there too on YouTube. And then he got a shit called Ruthless. So Ruthless was a shit where I actually seen like a vision. I came out the next day. I'm like, why you don't do music anymore? Why you don't do music? He's like, yo, I just don't see myself making it. Like I don't got the resource like that. People don't be want to send me beats.
Yeah, it'd be like that. It'd be like that.
So it's like, you know, like I just stopped doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't had the resources. So, you know me, I'm over here like, you know, I got the studio, I got hit you up with Dan, and you know, I got Jay White, and I got this, and I got that, and you know, telling him all the shit I got and what I could do for him. And then, but here's the thing that really like showed me how some people don't, you know, see themselves moving beyond
where they at.
Because when the next week when he came to the show, and you know I've been doing shows for a while, right? From when I started doing music to 2011. The time I met Dre, I'm already done. Yeah, you already, you got your little sauce, you know how to move. You know what I'm saying? So I'm there. He comes into the venue. He he's like so excited, like his eyes is open. He's like, yo, thank you for inviting me here. Oh my God, yo, this is so dope. And I'm looking at him like, this is what's the whole.
Because
But he never been like outside of his block.
See.
You know what I'm saying? So like I kind of introduced him into that, and then he was just like from then you know, he started like as my hype man. If you look at a lot of the
he's in the background hyping everything up.
He's my hype man. Like he's learning music. He's my hype man. I had put him on Tunnel Vision, so he got a feature on Tunnel Vision.
I remember Tunnel Vision when he was doing that. I remember that. Damn.
You know, I did the Tunnel Vision EP with Jay, and he did the intro with me, and he did Sky's the Limit with me. And I'm gonna tell you the story about Sky's the Limit with me and Drego because it's so funny. We shot the video, but he did those 2 records with me. He's on that project, but he was like my hype man, and then I said, yo, Dre, it's time for you to get back.
To do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Yeah.
So, you know, we hooked him up with Jay White, and you know, he put out he put out a joint called Cherish Life, Chase Money. Put out a project called that. You know, and it was dope. And next thing you know, it just kept growing.
Kept moving.
Kept getting so much better.
When I came into the fold with Capital Mob at the time, I came back because I was still working with Black. And we was talking, and I was just like, yo, come through to the studio. That's how you got on the Good Lord record. And after that, we started linking more, and then we did. I did the show at the Law, and that I remember meeting him. I remember seeing him in the crowd, and he had performed. I don't remember. He performed like, all right. I remember seeing in the crowd how he was moving and shit, and then, you know me, because I smoke, he was like, yo, I got blood, don't worry, da da da. And then I seen when we performed Good Lord, he was fucking with it. Still to this day, that picture in the back with him with that. I was like, yo, I'm fucking with this little motherfucker for real, yo. And he's always been straight up. Then when I found out he did music like that, and the first video that I remember, it's still a classic to this day, it's still the video where he's in the park, the red.
Yeah, we had the burger that's the joint that he did was called Real Talk.
Real Talk, which y'all had to do like right before I came into play, like maybe a couple months before.
Yeah.
Listen, I was like, yo, this, and that was an instrument. Whose instrumental was that?
That's a Tory Lanez instrumental. And
but he sings over it, right?
Yeah, he do like a little singer and rap joint. Like the name of the song.
Yeah.
But that's how real it was, because when I first heard Real Talk, I didn't even know it was a Tory Lanez record.
It could have been it. Like, I don't even know. I remember the beat, but if I'm gonna look for the Tory Lanez record just to hear what the fuck he did to it.
Yeah.
Don't need it.
I to this day I don't know what that record, because what Dre did is like he owned that shit, man. You know?
Yeah, he kind of owned it. I was like, yo, this motherfucker right here. Yeah. And then like a lot of people because I'm the older G, and regardless if I made it or not, I know a couple tricks of the trade. When I came to Harlem, all I was doing was telling niggas, nah, you gotta do this, now you gotta do it. You was there, yo, do it this way, do it this way. And niggas looking at me like, who the fuck is you? But I had experience in it already, so I'm just like, yo, y'all got potential, you could do this. When I seen him, I said, this nigga don't need shit. Like, just give him the lane and he's gonna do it.
I was in the place where, you know, like I said, I look at myself like a brand, like an entrepreneur, like for me, like that just happens to do music. I was putting everything for myself. You
played Fat Joe.
Yeah, I played
and he was Punch.
That's what
you did.
That's what I did.
No, and I seen it, and I was like, okay. And his last run, like that run that y'all did from the end of 2018 to 2019, that last, I'm mad that I didn't come to none of those studio sessions, because the last time I seen him was like the studio session in January, where everybody was there. When you was playing, when Tron came and he was playing his joints, I was like, yo, this shit is fucking fire. What the fuck?
It's crazy that you seen that.
And then I came back for one of your studio joint where whatchamacallit was recording. He was videotaping everything, and you see me coming. I was like, yo, y'all doing mad shit.
Oh yeah, with My Stickity came.
Yeah, My Stickity came. Shout out to him. And I was like, yo, all I hear is this record. He was doing the feature with Flames, the feature. I was like, God damn, you don't need none. Y'all just need keep knocking these shits out. And I kept delaying the record that I was gonna do with him too. I was mad about that, but you know what I mean. I was like, yo, y'all on fucking fire.
Yeah,
on fucking fire.
And we've been trying to get it back. You know what I'm saying? Like for a while, but it's so tough because that piece, that link with Dre. So me.
What's up with Bree?
Yeah, but Breeze, he like
Bree.
Breon. Oh yeah, so Breon, he's back. Him and Breeze kind of click back.
I see that.
You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's more so like I still keep my distance. So it's a lot of shit has alleviated. We spoke, but me being back in that energy, it's kind of hard for me to get back into that.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Bree. I have no problem. I haven't talked to him, but
all love.
it just got a little. Where everything was moving.
It was too personal, so for me, it's like I keep my distance when it comes to them.
And I ain't gonna even lie, like to be honest with you, I'm closer than you, I'm closer than most of them. Even I know Breeze knows that, but it's all love with Breeze. Like if he need anything, whatever the case may be, he can always talk. We can always chop it up and see what it was. Even with Breon, like if he wants to chop it up, whatever the case may be. It's just I was always closer to you because I knew you the longest, and I had more. Like reference with you and shit like that, and that's how it was. So I kind of went on your note of how everything was moving. Cause I didn't just want to be out there doing or saying some shit that I'm not supposed to, whatever the case may be. So you know, and it got real sensitive when Drake passed and shit like that. It was real sensitive.
It was hard. I almost ain't do this music shit anymore. I was at the.
I'm surprised. You know what it is with me too, and just music is like. I did the verse, and I just do music here and there. But for me, I don't feel like putting all my eggs in that basket. I just know that I could use it and it branch out. Just like you're using it, you still branching out to other things.
Yeah.
But
it's the stepping stool now. Even for me with the music, it's right now when I use it, it's a means for me to create. It's a means for me to get messages out.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a diary for me now. Okay. But I also know for me where it's like I use it as a stepping stool for me to bring in shit so I can now show this and I can now show that and I can now show everything else that's connected to me. That's why I consider myself as a brand more so.
Yeah, that's what everyone has to consider themselves a brand and work off for that.
Yeah, and work off for that. You know, even with Dre, like when we shot, it was a funny moment. We shot a video to the song SITL, Sky's the Limit, you know, and I remember the scene, like he was like, yo, I'm gonna shoot this scene from my part on the top of my roof of my building. And I'm like, yo, that's a project. You sure you can go in there and build on the top of the roof? He's like, yeah, but the cops are gonna come, but you know, I live here, so they gonna let me rock. So I do it all the time. I'm like, I copy, but my gut was like,
yeah.
I still do it. I get in the elevator with him, we ride up, you know what I'm saying? We go. We wasn't on the roof for 40 seconds, 30 seconds. Cop come up here, guns and shit.
What the fuck?
They like,
how do they know? They can tell when niggas go up there?
Yeah, they can tell. So it's like,
well, where the boys at before that? They in the building?
I don't know where they was, but they just popped up like quick as shit. So they like, yo, why you up here?
Niggas must have been doing shit up there on some other
probably
shit.
Shooting from the roof and all type of shit.
Yeah.
So they like, what y'all doing up here? We like, oh, we about to shoot a video. You can't be doing that. I'm like, oh, okay, so we leave. They're like, nah, we need your ID. We like, your ID for what? Yo, we need your ID. Give him ID. They look, he said, oh, we gotta take you boys in. They gotta find somebody to come get your brother. I'm gonna have my little brother with me.
What the fuck?
Have my like, come get your little brother, you know, taking you out. So he's like, taking us in, what? So they end up having us in a holding cell.
Yo, y'all niggas got locked up.
We got locked up, arrested. The cameraman.
Who was this nigga?
The cameraman. The cameraman. You probably know who it is. It's a nigga named Quality. Yeah, you probably seen him. Matter of fact, Quality is the same dude that shot that video, and he's actually on the hook for Young Nate when he did that Check the Method song. I don't know if you remember Check the Method.
I know Nate. I gotta check the video. I gotta check the video again.
Yeah, you remember.
Shout out to Nate.
You remember Check the
Nate
Method.
is doing all types of other shit.
Yeah, right now. You know what I'm saying? But he had a song called Check the Method, and it had Quality produced it, He's on the hook.
Oh, he's on the hook and he's in the video. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, when I shoot the video, he edited and everything.
Okay.
But he shoots videos too.
So y'all niggas got locked up.
You get locked up
for rooftop rapping.
Yeah, trespassing. They call it trespassing. So we did. I'm in a holder still. I'm like, oh, I'm going to bookings because I'm used to going to bookings around this time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm going to bookings. But we end up getting a DAT. Me and Quality get a DAT. So they gave us a date to come back to court. So they let us go from the prison. Dre had a fucking warrant. So they said, you gotta keep him, you gotta go through the process. So he went through the whole process.
Oh,
and shit,
God.
And end up coming out like the next day and shit like that. But you know that was a experience for us. Like I watched the video. If you go on
Does he have footage of y'all the cops coming up?
Go on YouTube. So anybody that's watching this, I could go on YouTube, search Young Truth, SITL. You don't gotta even put featuring Drego. You could just put that. And in the beginning of the video, the camera guy was still recording. So he caught the cops up there, and the cops were saying like he had our IDs in his hand, and he's like,
"Oh, you got all that film?
All that is. So check that out. That's on it. It's actually still in the video. Like we used the footage.
That's what niggas do. We use it. Fuck it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
oh fuck.
We had that part. And,
shit, man.
Dope joint. Shout out to Dre for killing that verse on there. Shout out to my little brother. He played the younger version of me in the video.
Okay.
Like, he was like the kid version.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And we had another dude. Shout out to Young Nate. He actually wrote the treatment for that video.
That nigga's a fucking director. He does all types of shit. That nigga's like, who you remind me of a little bit? Nate kind of, when I hear Nate, I think like Lil Bibby or G Herbo type style. Like the way he moves is not just rap, it's other shit around it.
Yeah.
So I shout out to Nate, my nigga. I only know Nate. I think we had a issue back in the day with I think he was at Black's house and it was all about freestyle. I had that one verse, whatever the fuck it is. It's all fun and game. I think the most whatchamacallit story before we get out of here with Dre was when we were actually at your brother's.
Oh, you were there.
I was there. I had the red on, nigga. It was the death row party.
Yeah, we all had on red.
We had the red on. I had the hat. I had the whole shebang on.
I know exactly. That was when he had the.
He had the proposal to his ex.
Yes.
Okay, so you know what I mean. But I think it was these niggas went in the kitchen. I was like the lookout, some shit like that. They went in the kitchen to come get some shit.
Some beer.
And then the nigga came out.
Yeah, and Dre
and there's a picture. The only picture that I have with me and him, but you can hardly see us. He's sitting down like this, and I'm standing up with the hat. But we look like silhouettes.
Yeah. I seen that. You got to see that. That's when he was like,
I know I gotta find it again. I have it somewhere.
That's the day when he was like got caught. He was sitting down and he was like, I remember that day. That shit was so funny. They were going to kick him out, but then we figured out a way to.
Yeah, we had fun that day. I came down there. That was fun. We went out. We took a walk, blew it down, talked this shit. Shout out my brother Dre, man. That's a fucking chain.
I miss Dre so much, bro. Think about him every single day.
That's why I make sure I shout him out in my records, and I make sure that I have him on the wall all the time. I wasn't gonna bring him. I was like, I'm not taking that off the wall. I'm keeping him on the wall right there. So that's why I said Drego, we trust every time I pod. So fuck that. And that's the slogan. And that is the title of the podcast, and this will be the end. Is there anything else, my brother, that you would like to talk about real quick?
I just want to wrap it up. You know, Straight Truth. Coming soon. Entirely produced by Straight Bangers.
There needs to be a Truth and Claw EP. That's what I want.
We're gonna make all
Truth
that
and Claw.
You know, I got access to the stew now, so I could be sending verses and doing all type of shit. So we're gonna do hella.
I just want to do EP short shit.
Hella music. You know what I'm saying?
4 or 5 songs.
You know
keep it moving.
Yeah, facts. You know that's the type of time I'm on right now. I'm on EP time, so we definitely could do that. I'm definitely want to shout out, Dan the Man, Dan Pro.
Yeah.
You know, much love. Shout out to my boy Claude Pro for always pulling up. Anytime I call, he pulls up. And I definitely want to get a shout out to the sponsors, man. You know,
Three spirits.
Three spirits.
The Father, the Son, and the Holy.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to get one of these bottles and try something, holler at me. You
Take
can
a shot.
Get it 15% off using Young Truth. And, you know, that's it. We out here, man.
We out here?
Yes, sir.
We good?
We good.
Alright, shout out to everybody. All the clips. Attention Horse Podcast all the time. You know my dick, motherfucker.